Good evening everyone. This is the first video on semantics and it is a part of unit 5 only. So unit 5 has basically two sections. First one is pragmatics and the second one is semantics. As far as pragmatics is concerned, we have almost covered that. So today is the first video on semantics and we will be starting with sense relations. So let's just start the video. Very first one is the synonymy. It is a Greek word like the all other words which we will study, and it means same name. Say where sin means same and the nimi means name. It says that the words having same meaning comes under synonymy. And here either the sameness is the total sameness or it is a partial sameness which the two words share. For example, we have a pair of words as purchase and buy. So either we will use purchase in a sentence and or we can use buy in a sentence since they have the same meaning. So this is a synonym. This is synonymy. Coming to antonymy, it is just the opposite of antonymy. Synonymy. And antonymy means opposite meaning. They do not have the same meaning, but it means opposite meaning. How antonyms are further divided into gradable and non-gradable antonyms. For this I have made a separate video on antonymy which I will upload now only. So we have examples of antonymy as hot and cold and true and false. This is very easy. Let's move to other. Now we have other sense relations as hyponymy and hypernymy. Hyponymy is again a Greek word and it means undername. Here meaning of one form or one word is included in the meaning of other word. Here the criteria of inclusion of meaning is there. For example, we are having a pair of words as tiger and animal. Here if you will look at the first word, that is tiger, the meaning of animal is already included in the word tiger. But if you will look at the word animal, there is no such inclusion of meaning. So tiger is the hyponym of animal. On the contrary, that is coming to hypernymy, and it is again a Greek word and it means overname or we can say it is an umbrella term or a big term, also known as superordinates. So a word that has broad meaning in which specific meanings fall. For example, the same pair of words tiger and animal. Here animal is the hypernym of tiger because animal is the superordinate or the umbrella term, bigger term. While tiger we will say that it is subordinate of animal. Coming to homonymy, which means same name. So here we have one form of the word and it shares two or more unrelated meanings. For example, we have the word bank and it can mean river bank or it can mean savings bank. Okay, and coming to polysemy, there is a very slight difference between homonymy and polysemy because polysemy means many signs, means there is again a one form and there is again many meanings or two or more meanings, but these meanings are rather related in polysemy. For example, we have the word head. So head can be a part on the top of a human body, or head can be any person at the top of the company or any institution. So these are related in the sense that head is something which is at the top. So this is a difference between homonymy and polysemy, that in homonymy there are unrelated meanings of the same form, while in polysemy the meanings are rather related. We have other sense relations as homophone and homograph. Homophone means words that are having same voice, that is same pronunciation but different meaning. They may have different spellings as well. For example, we have the word rose. It may mean flower or it may mean the past tense of rise. Now as I just said that they may have different spellings as well, so the second example justifies that. Second example is the words flower and flower. Totally different spellings, different meanings, but same pronunciation. Now coming to homograph. Homograph, when we will break this, we will get the meaning as same writing. So these words have same spellings but different meanings. They may also have different pronunciations. For example, the noun form of the noun form is known as conduct, or is pronounced as conduct, and the verb form as conduct. However, they have same spellings, but the pronunciation is different. In homophone, the pronunciation was same, while in homograph, the spellings is same. We have other translations as meronym and holonym. These two are totally in contrast with each other. Meronym means the name of the part. We also say that it's a part name. It shows a part of something. For example, we have a pair of words, wheel and automobile. So wheel is the meronym of automobile because wheel is a part of automobile. Now holonym is, as I just said, that it is just the opposite of meronym. In this example only, we will find that automobile is the holonym of wheel. Let's take another example which I have given here. For example, tree is the holonym of leaves. So the last translation that I will be going to discuss is that of metonymy. So it is that a thing or concept is referred to by the name of something closely associated with that thing or concept. They share a relationship of representative and symbol relationship. Okay, so here in metonymy, partial relationships also comes under metonymy only. Metonymy examples are king and crown. So king is something which is so crown is something which is very closely related with the king. So crown is a symbol here, and it is the representative of the king. Similar example we have is that of the White House and the president. So White House here is a symbol and it is representing the president. So these kind of examples are of metonymy. Thank you so much. Keep subscribed to the channel and do not forget to share it with your friends.